back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Merina. I do mobile home living in a single wide in a trailer park in Tennessee. Today's video is going to be a little bit different though, because this is not going to be filmed in my home. We are going outside of these four walls today, and I'll tell you why. So a few months ago, I began praying that I could be love on 2 feet. I told God, I was like, you know, I tell people to love God, love people. I said, I want to be more than words. I want to be action on 2 feet. I want to be your love, God, on 2 feet. How can I do that? I love encouraging you guys. It's my calling. Fearfully created is my calling. I love, encouraging you to love one another, encouraging you to love yourself, and encouraging you to love God. I love just motivating you to be the best person you can be. And while still telling you that, it's okay not to be perfect. It's okay to have your bad side. And it's okay to have, the things you struggle with. And all of that's okay. But just trying to be your best self for those around you and for yourself. That's what I love to motivate you guys to be. I love to motivate you guys to become closer to God. All the things. But that being said, I want to get my hands dirty. I want to go out and be the light. Because it's really hard to be the light in here. I can be it to 40,000 of you guys on there, but I want to show somebody who needs loved on in person that God loves them, and that they have help, and that they have people around them that will help them when they fall into hardships and fall into hard times. This video is going to be something new, and it's very special to me. I had someone reach out to me and they said, Merina, I really need help. They are a semi-single parent to 3 kiddos, and they live in a mobile home as well. She is a working mom. She works outside the home a whole lot, has a full-blown career, and her partner lives outside of the state, so they very rarely see one another, and they can't be very active in the home. All of that to say, she reached out to me and said she needed help, and I was very hesitant on filming this because I never want to come across as showing off or exposing. I'm not one of those people to hand someone cash and to film myself doing it or something. I keep my giving very secretive because my giving is between me and God, whether it be in acts of service, whether it be money. But I couldn't deny that this opportunity and the thing that I'm about to tell you guys came up right after I prayed to God and said, Lord, help me be an encourager to not only my friends online, but to people out and about that I see, that I come across every day, that come up to me and they just know something's different about me. Help me be an encourager. There is no denying though that this person reached out to me right after I began to pray over some guidance as to what I could do to help someone in person, to help someone in need. And I talked to them about it and I prayed a lot about it, and we both came to the conclusion that it was okay to share this. So please know that this is not for, as the kiddos say, clout. This isn't so I can put the spotlight on me. If anything, the spotlight goes on Jesus. I'll never take his spotlight away. And just, if you get anything out of this video, please let this video encourage you to do something nice for someone. If you don't have time to go clean their house like I'm about to do, buy them a coffee. If you don't have the money to buy them a coffee, give them a smile. Let them walk by somebody and tell them their hair looks good. Walk by somebody and be like, oh, your family looks really happy. Or I just want to say hello and ask how you were. Just take time out of your day to show somebody love, because I can tell you I love Jesus all day long, but you ain't gonna really hear me until I show you. I can tell you that I love you all day long, but if I don't show you guys, you're not gonna hear me. Actions speak louder than words. So I'm about to go put my love into action, and we're gonna go help this mama get ahead. I ask you guys please not to judge in the comments. You guys can judge me on my house all day long, but I ask you please, for respect purposes, if you have anything negative to say, please keep it to yourself. If not, you can always come back to one of my videos and rail me again. Alright, let's go. So I will show you guys when we get there what exactly we were working with, and we will start tackling it. We'll get the daggone thing done. I'm getting chills when they tell me you're not yourself.
Trying to move, but it's hard, I'm out of breath. Nothing belongs to you in life. Oh, the picture of you cuts like a knife. Whatever they call us, whatever they'll do, they're running in circles, circle of fools. Whatever we will miss, got nothing to prove. But in the dark, I'm starting to. Whatever they call us, whatever they'll do, we're running together. I'll be here for you.
So one reason I decided to post this after talking with her and praying about it is I knew that I had 40,000 people in my corner. And you know, if you're a friend here, you know you have 40,000 people in your corner. I wanted her to know that she has 40,000 people, whether she knows them or not, whether they know her or not, that will root for her in the comments and encourage her. She's going through a deep depression right now, and I told her that's why, I didn't ask her. I didn't go in and ask her to help me while I did this. I didn't say, okay, I'll only do it if you help yourself or anything like that. I just decided to go in and love her because that's what we're supposed to do. Unconditional, not based on whether she does this or that or whether she can keep up this or that. Just love on her. I know that when I had deep depression, before my attempt, 3 years ago, when I had deep depression, I had so many people love me based on conditions, based on whether I would better myself, based on whether I would help myself. And in all honesty, I just needed somebody to love me through it. Not love me until I get better or love me for me to get better. Just love me through it. And so that's what I showed her today. And I think a lot of the reason I went through those things in that season of my life is so that I could turn it around and use it for someone else's good. I know what she's feeling. I've been there. I can empathize with her. I can tell her, hey, I've been in your shoes and actually mean it. So I think that, that's the blessing in disguise. That's the silver lining, is I can go into these types of situations and I can know what they need because I've been there and I've needed that exact thing. And before Jesus changed my life, he delivered me of that completely. I don't have depression anymore. I'm a walking, talking light. I have so much love in my heart and just so much just life. I just love life. I love life. I love my family. I love what I do. I love everything about it. And to know that 3 years ago I had attempted to end it all, that's... I can be there for her in a way that some other people can't. So I went into this saying, you know what, girl, you've got people behind you, and I'm going to show her your comments because I know you guys are going to be so kind to her the way you are kind to me, and I'm going to show her those comments, and I'm going to encourage her like, hey, you can keep this up. But even if you don't, girl, we're still here for you. I will come back and clean this house 100 times over. My love isn't based on condition. So please encourage her in the comments. Let her know, like, hey, you got this, and we're here for you. Even when you fall back, even when you're not on our timeline that we think you should be on when recovering or when getting your house together or all that stuff, we're here for you regardless. So that's also another reason I wanted to share this, is because I know that with the platform I have, she could have so many people behind her and encouraging her. Say that I didn't share it and that you guys didn't show those comments, I know that would be a difference there. You guys know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I'm trying not to breathe really hard, but y'all, watching this back, I had an emotional fit, and then I was laying on my stomach, so that right there is a recipe for disaster because I was suffocating myself, and I was like, but I'm okay, I promise. I just got emotional, and I was laying on my stomach, and big girls know when you lay on your stomach, you basically suffocate yourself.
Cause I want you, and I wanted you to know.
Y'all, the underneath the couch is clean. Heck yeah.
Under the moonlight as they kept on dancing.
That was another reason I got emotional because, you know, whenever I talked to her before I came over here and done that and helped her, she was so down in the dumps. And while I was there, I got to hear her laugh and I got to see her kids laugh. And when her kids walked in and saw the after, one of them walked up to me and hugged me. And I'll tell y'all something. There's so many things have happened in my life that I've held close to my heart, and I pray I never forget, but I pray I never forget that moment, because not only was I able to help with their living space and to help make their home, you know, cleaner and stuff, but I was able to get a laugh out of them, and I was able to get a smile and a hug out of them, and that right there was worth it all.
And to my heart I cannot lie. Stars, made of stars, up above, made to fall. Stars, counting stars, and they guide me through the dark. Lonely days left in despair, air is getting heavier, but I do my best to breathe. Dreams of green and filled with bliss. Life is so much more than this. So where do you go when nothing's like home? I'm going for the gold. Turning off the cruise control and take the long way home. Moving on was never harder with knowledge of all the things I leave behind. I got a new friend in my life that is perfect, and you're no longer on my mind. Sun, warming sun, and my life's just begun. Sun, under the sun, I'll be fine and you'll be gone when nothing's like home. I'm going for the gold. Turning off the cruise control and take the long way home. Lonely days left in despair, air is getting heavier, but I do my best to breathe. But I do my
Mama sells Hint too,
Look,
that's right.
what, does she really?
Yeah.
How come she never sold none to me?
I don't know. I guess she has to share.
Look at these Scentsy things. Oh my gosh, I love that.
There it goes like that.
That is going to look so cute against that dark hardwood. I love it. Look. Oh my gosh. Your mama sells that?
Yeah.
I'm going to have to get me one. I was talking to her about some things that would motivate her to keep her home clean, and you know, there's so many things that motivate me, like opening my blinds and opening my curtains and stuff. But one thing I was talking to her about is a YouTube channel, potentially getting a YouTube channel and like using that as motivation, like being able to look back, because I do that to me myself all the time. I look back at my old videos and think, wow, like I've came so far, and it motivates me to go even further. So if she does decide to do that and she decides to vlog her maintaining her home, I'll be sure to let you guys know. It's something she wants to do. You know, it's just, YouTube's hard, and I want her to be very careful about something like that, especially, you just never know who's going to come across your channel, and you just never know how mean they're going to be, you know. So I have an issue when people ask me if they should start a channel. I'm like, yeah, and then automatically I want to be like, because I want to protect them. You have to have tough skin whenever you do YouTube. But I encourage her. I was like, if it's going to motivate you to keep going, girlfriend, do it. If she does, I will let you guys know.
I can be a fighter. it's real, cause I can get him out of my head. I don't care what we do.
I've got to do this video series in parts because there's just no way I could fit all of this into one video series. It took me all day to do just the living room, and then as of me recording this voiceover right now, I'm going back over today, which is the next day, to tackle the living room. So you may or may not get parts in sequence. You may not, you may get like part 1, part 2, part 3 one week, and then the next part another week or another week, because I also have to focus on my own home, and like I have projects and stuff coming up. But there'll be several parts, and then hopefully, if somebody else asks me to help out, I will gladly help them out, and I'll just continue that series. I'm going to call the series Love on 2 Feet, because that's what I want to be known for. Y'all, when I die, I want somebody come to my funeral and say she was love on 2 feet. That's my goal.
Can be a fighter if you want. Hard to say yeah. I wanna now. Yeah. I told him I can be a fighter if you want. I'll be there to catch you if you fall. I can make it brighter when it's dark. I told him I would do it all for you, and I know you do it for me too. I can be a fighter if you want. Yeah, I can be a fighter. I can be a fighter if you want. I can be a fighter if you want. Yeah, I can be a fighter. I can be a fighter if you want. I can be a fighter if you want.
One thing I didn't get to because I didn't have time, I left there at like 10:30 at night. So one thing I didn't get to was cleaning the carpets, but she did have a carpet cleaner and she told me she was going to clean those before I get back over there today to start on the kitchen. But y'all, look at the after. I helped her decorate it a little bit, kind of got everything set up. It looked so cozy in there. I just sat down on the couch and I was like, wow, it looks so good. I hope this video encourages you to help somebody out. Y'all, we are all human and we all need help. I know I've needed help so many times in my life. I needed that smile. I needed that gesture of kindness. So help somebody out. I love y'all. I hope you have a blessed morning, evening, night, whatever it is, wherever you're at. Know that I love you, but Jesus loves you more, and I'll see y'all later.